Hi,
Hi,
guys.
everyone.
We were testing it, so I hope you
Yeah.
guys liked it. We're a little bit early. Let me do roll call here. Hey, Marquita.
Hey.
Nightmare, thank you for coming. An Impromptu Truth and Hexen Rabe. How's everybody doing today?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. So we got a good show for you guys. I've been following the Las Vegas UFO, what is it? Crash, I guess, since I heard about it. So I thought it was really interesting, and I definitely want to share it with you guys. I'm wearing my alien shirt.
And I'm wearing my Vegas shirt.
Hey, Cowie, how are you? So basically, I'm just going to give you like a little bit of what happened, and I'm going to show you guys the news footage. So basically on May 1st, 2023, there was a 911 call made right into the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. And basically the call was that there was a UFO in somebody's backyard, and there were aliens that were there present.
Yeah.
And the person described these aliens as tall, basically how you see it, what you would think an alien looks like. Yeah. That's what he said it looked like. So, yeah. Hello,
Cowie,
Temporal Transmissions. Hi, Mike. How are you? And I did say hi to Cowie, right? Did I say hi?
I don't think so.
Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and share the footage of the news, whatever the news
has like
coverage
out, yeah,
and then we'll talk about it in between. Sorry, you guys, the dog is like wanting to come in. Should I get her in?
Yeah,
hold on, guys. All right, back to it. Ow, no scratching, Juicy, no scratching. She's scratching me. All right, here. Okay, so let's go, you guys.
Let's do this.
So I'm gonna share the screen, and then I'm gonna share the news. Hello, John.
Hey,
long time no see.
Hi, right. Mike.
This one. Okay. Audio. All right, here we go.
It is the police call. Everybody will be talking about it here at 6 o'clock. I'm Denise Valdez.
I'm Brian Loftus. Family says something crashed into their backyard, prompting them to call 911, saying they saw creatures walking around.
Our 8 News Now investigators digging into this for weeks now. And tonight, our David Sharns with the video you will only see on 8 News Now. David?
Right, Denise, sources telling the 8 News Now investigators that several agencies believe something landed or crashed. Whether it was non-humans or not, it certainly scared the people living on this property. Now, before we show you that video, listen to their call for help.
There's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually we're terrified of it.
So there's 2 people or 2 subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes. Like I can't explain it. And big mouth. They're shiny eyes and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human.
Okay.
Well, the 8 News Now investigators obtaining video as officers then responded to the call you just heard. You'll see the officers also saw something in the sky that night, but the big question is, what was it, and is it all connected?
Leave her alone.
It's almost midnight on May 1st when a Las Vegas Metro police officer's body cam catches this, something flashing low in the sky.
911 emergency.
Minutes later,
there's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Someone calls 911 reporting two large figures in their backyard.
No, I'm still nervous right now.
The 8 News Now investigators obtaining another officer's video as he's sent to the Northwest Valley home.
I have butterflies, bro. Everyone saw a shooting star. Then these people say there's aliens in their backyard.
By now, it's more than an hour after that bright light. Officers meeting up with the caller and his family.
What'd you see?
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard, or
they see like a big? That's what they say. They see like a big something with light.
What I saw right now, I do believe in it.
Police walk into the backyard to investigate, but Metro blacked out that part of the video because it's considered private property. What's clear, they're taking this call seriously.
Hey, this might sound like a really dumb question, but did you guys see anything fall out of the sky?
Asking others what they saw.
I would normally discount it as nothing. However, seeing as one of my partners said they saw it too, only reason I'm actually investigating it further.
That investigation turning up no concrete answers as of Wednesday. Whatever or whoever fell into that yard, long gone within minutes.
Oh, hey, if those 9-foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself. I ain't dealing with that.
So it's weird. I was saying during as I was watching the story, and we've been in contact with the family in that video, and as you heard in the 911 call, they seem very reasonable and honestly quite scared as you heard them in the call. No, they don't seem impaired in any way, and whatever crashed by the time that police got there was gone. But sources say that there's really no dispute. Something was in their yard. Exactly what? We do not know.
I mean, it's so interesting. So like the Metro officer sees something, the neighbor sees something. I mean, so what could it be?
Well, we know that there are obviously a lot of military bases around this area. George Knapp covers a lot of that stuff for us on the 80s Now Investigators. We're showing you drone video from above that area. And we know, of course, Creech not far away, Nellis Air Force Base not far. I checked in with them. They say they are not involved at all. And we are waiting to hear from the Pentagon as well.
And you talked to these people. It seemed legitimate to you. And do you have any personal thoughts on maybe what it was?
Right. So it seems from talking to our sources that something happened. There was obviously some flash in the sky. A lot of people saw it that night on the night of April 30th, early in the morning on May 1st. Did that exact thing land in their yard? I don't know. But these people said they saw some SUV circling the area. Could this have been some piece of equipment that malfunctioned? Maybe they saw something and then someone came. I can't believe we're talking about this.
Right.
Someone came and retrieved it from the backyard in the SUV. We don't know. This all as a former high-level intelligence officer and a veteran was on News Nation talking about how there is a program where the government collects some unidentified objects. So this might be that. We just don't know. We're going to.
All right. So what did you guys think about that?
Yeah.
It's kind of scary. And I wanted to share, let me see who came in. I said hi to John. I watched the news broadcast on YouTube. George Knapp says he's still waiting to see the footage that the property owner allegedly filmed. So the property did have a couple of cameras. They had a Ring camera in the front, and then there was an on-site camera in the backyard because they do have a large property and they own vehicles that they fix, I believe, and trucks and things in the back. And so he has 24-hour surveillance to make sure that nobody gets in. What I heard in one of the other, because the person that saw this did an interview with a local journalist. His name is Doug. What's his name? Doug Papa, I think. And so he did an interview with him, and in his interview, he says that the police department was able to retrieve that camera, and they just saw basically the camera was rolling, then it starts to get fuzzed, or it starts to get kind of messed with, and then right after it starts recording again, there's an indentation, a circular indentation on the ground that wasn't there before the camera malfunctioned. So I don't know. That's weird. I'm in the UK. Oh,
that's
hey,
cool.
Hey, Danny. Yeah, it's pretty creepy, you guys. I don't know. The police body cam footage is pretty interesting, hearing them talk with the witnesses. So, and then basically the video of the police officer recording that flying object in the sky, that was a totally different police officer.
Okay.
So he was on a different call at around the exact same time that these, so basically he captured that footage, right?
Yeah.
At a different call around the same time, and then they go they basically then they get the 911 call saying that there's beings in their backyard. So this was a totally unrelated call, but you can see the object flying through the sky at that right before the call was made. So the young man that encountered the beings, he said that, sorry, my kids are screaming, they're playing games. He said that they were about from 8 to 10 feet tall. Okay. And when he saw them, they were staring right at him. He said that the craft, you could hear the noise of the craft landing and crashing. And he said that he was able to see what is it? Like red sparks on where it landed, where it hit. But the weird thing, you guys, is that he said that it was blurry, that it was like a see-through object, that you couldn't, like it was cloaked, like you couldn't see it, but you knew there was something there because it was blurry, is what he kept saying. And they kept asking him, was it maybe your eyes that you were kind of like looking at something and it was blurry? And he said, no, this thing was blurry because I would look somewhere else and it was clear. And then I would look back and it was blurry.
Yeah, that's weird.
So, I don't know. I think it's real, you guys. I know Cowie's asking me, what do we think about this? I think it's real. What do you think?
My initial thought was like, I thought it was very interesting that, like, first of all, it was like on the news.
Yeah.
Because I feel like stuff like that never is.
Right.
And, these people like seem legitimately scared, like they don't seem like they're like trying to make a prank or anything. They were like really scared. So, and they were like descriptive about it too,
Yes.
And then after like that like dash cam sighting, I was like, what the heck? Like, that's creepy,
So, and that's the thing, and not only did that police officer catch it on his body cam, but there was also somebody by the M Resort in their home that they had a home camera, like I guess like those regular cameras, like the Ring cameras, or I don't know, surveillance, and it also captured the same thing at the same time. And you can see the green orb flying through the sky. People were saying, oh, it might be it could be like
shooting star or what?
Like a comet or like something coming down from the sky, but there hasn't been anything to confirm that.
And like, I mean, hearing like the other police officer's thoughts on that too, like, and how he was like scared,
Oh wow. Yeah, I did see that, Sue, that Sean was getting surgery. Prayers to him. I hope that everything went well, and that he's that he recovers. And I didn't know that he was wasn't feeling well, or he was having issues with that. So thank you for sharing, Sue. I appreciate that. Yeah, I heard him mention that it was like a cloaked object. And and that kind of like listening to his interview, because I'm going to play his interview so you guys can see that or hear it. He talks like a person that was not into UFOs. He doesn't know a lot of the verbiage we use when it comes to the aircrafts and when it comes to the cloaking abilities. Like
Like he's just like, this is his
He
first
seems like a
encounter.
normal person that just encountered something and
Yeah,
doesn't
like
know
it was his first rodeo. Like
exactly like
yeah.
how to explain it or how to, so.
But like I was saying about like the police officer too, like and how he felt like
that police officer was
yeah,
scared.
yeah.
Like like he was cloaked like the predator. That's so creepy to me, Cowie. Like to know that there's objects out there that can do that. Like, I don't know. Like the gravitational field around the UFOs that Bob Lazar spoke about. Okay, and that's another thing that I wanted to mention.
Yeah,
Bob Lazar.
Yeah, and he was I was like looking at one of his interviews where he was talking about like that gravitational field and how like they had like access to like these like type of equipment, right? That like ran through that and that they told him like as a joke like, oh, feel it and you'll see like what we're talking about, and he did, and he said that it was like one of the trippiest things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and he said that it was a very quiet object, right? This is Bob Lazar. Bob Lazar said that the craft that he worked on was a very quiet object. It was normal temperature. It wouldn't get hot. It wouldn't get cold. And that they were able to maneuver it, to get into it and able to kind of drive it. But they couldn't figure out the technology on it. So that was crazy. That's crazy. Hey, Mark C. So I'm going to play the interview of the witness that saw this creature, because he did. If you guys want to follow his page, it's called Alien Society 51. He just uploaded one video, and it's him explaining what he saw.
Wow, look how many views it already has. 375,000.
Yes, it has a lot of views. So, let's see. Sean told me yesterday it's going to be a while until he is able to let myself and others know how he is, but positive thoughts and prayers. Yeah. Oh no. I hope he's okay. Okay, so let me share that, and you guys can hear his encounter. Share screen.
Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is my first video. I'm here to tell you what happened to me on May 1st, 2023. I'm trying to explain the best of my abilities. This is not a conspiracy theory. I'm not making this story up for clout or fame. I just want to tell you what happened to me and my family. And I know some people are not gonna believe this, but each person is different. So this is what happened to me. Keep in mind, this is midnight and I'm fixing a truck in my backyard. At this point, I'm only with my brother and I hear something fall from the sky. I turn around, the only thing I see is a big light falling from the sky, and moments after I feel a big impact and a bang, sort of like a big impact fall. And me and my brother looked at each other and we were scared, but when the impact happened, it was sort of like a shock wave. Like an out of body experience. So to say, when I tried to look at the object, it was all blurry, not my vision, but only the backyard area. And I hear thousands of footsteps around me, and maybe a couple seconds later, the blurriness was gone. And here's the footage of the body, the police officer's body cam, and here's the object I'm referring to, the light. Video.
So you can see the light right there.
Oh yeah. What?
Here's a Ring camera video. You could hear the bang. This is around the neighborhood. So here's the video.
Wow.
So when that happened, the only thing I can see in the backyard is a tall creature, probably around 8-10 feet tall, very thin. So I called my dad. He went to the backyard and he saw the same thing, the same creature I saw. He told me to go inside the house. At this point, we all freaking out, me and my family. And here's the video where we were in the backyard area. You cannot see it too good, but on camera, but it's there. Here's the video.
Oh my gosh. Moments after the video, me and my brother went to go pick up my. Then my brother calls me, and he told me shakingly, "Look behind the forklift." So I look. Keep in mind I'm facing the forklift, and then I see the alien creature. So when I saw it, it was a tall, skinny, lengthy creature. He was a gray greenish color, and when I looked at it in the eyes, my body just froze. Like the same experience as having sleep paralysis. Keep in mind I'm staring at him, and I look at his whole body, and he has a weird looking feet and a big face and eyes, and you can see a big mouth. And I could hear his loud, deep breathing, and I could see his stomach moving. He would just stare at me. Seconds later, I could start moving again. And I start running towards the house. That's when I call 911, and here's a 911 call.
There's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and it's looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually we're terrified of it.
So there's two people or two subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes, like I can't explain it, and big mouth. They're shiny eyes, and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the police to come, and you could hear footsteps in the backyard area, and a loud whispering, like you could hear whisperings. We were in the living room area, and you could hear footsteps on the roof. So we waited a little bit for the police. When they arrived, they told me I told them what I saw, and they were kind of freaked out. Here's the body cam of the officer.
Now, it's more than an hour after that bright light. Officers meeting up with the caller and his family.
What'd you see?
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard, or
They see like a big. That's what they say. They see like a big something with light.
What I saw right now, I do believe in it.
Police walk into the backyard to investigate, but Metro.
So they went in the backyard, and one of the officers pointed at the floor, and it was a perfect circle. Here's a photo of the circle I'm referring to.
Look, you see the indentation on the ground?
Keep in mind, 2 officers came in my house, and one of them started running to his car, driving around the neighborhood, asking passing cars if they saw a light.
What's clear, they're taking this call seriously.
Hey, this might sound like a really dumb question, but did you guys see anything fall out of the sky?
Asking others what they saw.
I would normally discount it as nothing. However, seeing as one of my partners said they saw it too, only reason I'm actually investigating it further.
Goosebumps and freaking out. He started investigating that he told me his partner, she saw a light falling from the sky. He told me he believes me because her partner reported that she saw the same light as me. Now we're walking the front yard. Then the other officer came here. Here's a video of him talking to my family.
If those 9-foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself. I ain't dealing with that.
So,
moments before they left, one of the officers told me, if I see the thing again, to don't call him, just shoot him. And you can hear in the video. Here's the video.
If those 9-foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself. I ain't dealing with that.
So they left, and we went inside the house, and we started praying. As we're praying, you could hear a loud human-like scream in the backyard. This is what happened to me on May 1st, 2023. I hope you guys kind of understand what happened to me. I know it's hard to believe, but I saw what I saw, and it's kind of going viral. That's why I'm here to explain the story. I did an interview with journalist Papa. I'm gonna put his video description. I want to make a part 2 of the stuff that happened after May 1st, and thank you for watching the video.
Oops. All right. So that was his encounter.
Yeah.
He said that you guys saw the indentation, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. Like, it's definitely something, right? I definitely think he's telling the truth. Even the police officer said that they seen the object, plus heaps of other reports, right? Yeah, he said that they look greenish in color, and that they also emitted a light. Yeah, their body emitted a light. And he said that that he can hear whispering and he can hear footsteps all over the place, like in the backyard. And so that kind of
like 2 of them
that they saw. It was only 2 of them. And he also did mention on that interview that he said with Dog Papa, it's the needles crush all over again. I'm gonna have to look that up. And he also did say that in that interview that to him they felt evil. They had like an evil presence. He said to him they looked and feel like he felt like they were demonic.
That's how their aura was.
Yeah. North Queensland around 3 weeks ago, and the color was the same.
What?
The homeowner mentioned something about the alien creature climbing on the roof of the house, just like the movie Signs. Oh, that movie freaks me out. That part freaks me out. We're going to be seeing a lot more unusual sightings and people reporting them. The government will have no way of covering it up. For those who are awake to it all, the veil is very thin.
You know, like I just thought that was interesting that, you know, they felt that way too when they said that, like 100% not human.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
you can definitely tell if something is human or not.
Yeah, but like, can you imagine like,
and so when they said they're 100% not human.
Yeah, like, wow.
Yeah. Temporal, as always, they're saying it's an asteroid, which I don't know. I mean, they're going to say, right? The cops ain't having it. Yeah. I'd like to know if there was any government activity after. Okay. So, in his interview with Dog Papa, he did say that after those 2 initial cops, the ones that we saw in the video, when they left, I think he said 2 days later. Okay, it gets weird. Truth, it gets weird. So 2 days later at 12 a.m., 2 other cops show up. They have sheriffs, you know, deputies, outfits, and they said, we're here to investigate the call. Apparently the cops that were here the first time didn't do their job right. So we want to go to your backyard and investigate. So they let them go back there. They also, I don't know if this was the same cops or if it was different cops, but they also installed a camera back there that has footage that's going to be monitoring and that has audio. And they said that the police department said that this camera was because of their safety. Because there was a lot of people that knew where they lived and where this was, and they were afraid that people were going to start trying to trespass and, you know, trying to figure out
for themselves, or like do their own investigation.
And so that kind of, to me, which Mr. Dog Papa brought a good point, is this something that the police department would do for anything, for anybody?
That's interesting.
Right? Like, what if somebody was stealing stuff from my backyard and I call them and be like, hey, can you install a camera?
Go through those measures?
Are you going to take those measures to protect me from these thieves? Right? So I thought it was interesting when he brought up that point because, you know, you would think maybe they were monitoring them to see who they were going to talk to, what they were going to do, right?
Interesting.
I think there were suggestions of men in black hanging around or driving past their house. So there was, he did say that one, I think on May 6th, if I'm not mistaken, because he talks about this in that interview. And I think I'm going to put all these interviews down in the description after the video. That way you guys can go and look at them. But he did say that he was fixing his car in the front yard and that he saw a all black SUV with government plates drive by. There was three people in the car, and they were all wearing glasses and they had like suits. And he said that he looked at him and they saw him and then they took off. And so he kind of like ran, but he said, I clearly saw that the license plates were of a government. They were the white license plate.
Yeah, where it says like,
so,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it gets crazy. The whole thing is just crazy. All right. So
they do sound genuine, right?
They sound pretty genuine. Yeah. I think it is. Maybe the craft malfunction, or they were looking for something. And
because they were mechanics,
right? He's like, hey, this guy's got what we need. Because he did say that he saw them behind the forklift. One of them was in the forklift.
What the heck?
The other one was standing next to the forklift. And he also did say that it looked like his legs were kind of like weird, like indented, like
they were like forward, you mean? Like,
yeah, like he said that its legs were weird. And to him, at first he thought, oh, maybe it got hurt during the crash. And that's why he was breathing hard, because he said he could hear its breathing, and it could hear, it can look at it that it would like that it would blink, right? And so then he's like, or maybe that's just how they look, because he said its legs were like weird, like they were like inwards. Needles, California, 2008, a UFO was seen to crash near a river with witnesses who saw it crash. Then helicopters showed up to take it.
What?
That's crazy. Huh, sounds like a BS cover-up story. Mr. G, hey. They probably wasn't real police officers. Okay, well, and that's the thing, that they did, I think, get those police officers that came in, and then they came back and said, there's something wrong with the cameras, we need to take them, and then because they're not recording right, we need to fix them, and then we'll bring them back.
And they never did.
I don't know if they did. I think they did bring them back, but when this journalist went out there, the cameras weren't there anymore. And then the guy also did say that there was drones out there. There was a big drone that was recording his backyard. So,
and that's how they got that view from like the top view, right, of the whole backyard, because that's a huge backyard. Like that footage that they had of like the backyard.
Legs like the movie The Arrival. I think so. I think that's what he was saying. And so I don't know. I don't know like
what to make
I'm
of
just
all this.
Yeah. It's kind of
fascinating.
It's very fascinating. I find it really fascinating. Okay, so I'm trying to look at my notes that I wrote here.
It just sounds like there's like a lot going on, and like
so he did say they were grayish, right? He did see the sparks of the craft, but he couldn't see the craft because it was cloaked.
Yeah.
And then he said that,
but that's what he brings up in this interview that you're talking about, right?
Yes, and so he said he's going to do another part where he explains the aftermath, what happened after, the thing that freaked me out, you guys, too, was the footsteps. He said that after they called 911, it took the cops 30 minutes to get there. During those 30 minutes, they can hear footsteps on the roof. They can hear talking outside their house. And so that kind of, to me, it's like, oh, that sounds so creepy.
Okay, but like there wasn't any footprints like on that area.
He said that,
I mean, if there was like an indentation.
He said that that he did see some weird footprints. They went out the next morning. They saw some footprints, but they looked very deep. Like the thing was heavy. Whatever was standing on there was heavy. They asked him if he took pictures. He did not take pictures. I don't know why.
Took pictures.
I think that maybe he'll explain that in the next.
But I mean, you know what I mean? If you're really scared, like who's thinking about taking pictures?
That's
you know
dude.
I mean? Yeah.
And that's
like
what they were telling.
I'd be like, I don't even want to be out here. It's scary.
That's the thing. Did they see the craft on the ground? So the craft was there, but it was cloaked. He said that it looked blurry, that he was trying, that he can tell that there was something there, but it was blurry to the eye. So I'm thinking it has cloaking abilities, is what I'm
because you only saw that blurriness in like a certain area.
That circular depression in the back garden, and the only physical evidence. Yes, a type of reptilian, and I wouldn't say that's the only physical evidence. I would say the indentation, the Ring camera sound of it crashing.
Okay, but the other neighbors didn't hear it. You know, like I know that you said that
they did interview the neighbors. Some of them didn't hear anything. There was one neighbor that said she heard a big bang.
Yeah.
So that's evidence, right? Eyewitness.
Because like, okay, I'm thinking like maybe they didn't hear it because it's a big lot. You know, like all these properties look like they're big backyards.
And they're pretty far away from each other. Well, not too far, but
they're huge lots.
A type of okay. I would have photographed everything, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I would be, but those are people that we have been around this kind of exposed ourselves. We've exposed ourselves to this scenario or to these situations. And so we kind of were like, dude, I'm going to take as much evidence as I can. But he did say that when these creatures were staring at him, they would put him in almost a trance.
Like a mesmerizing position.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's interesting, taking dirt samples.
Yes.
Yeah.
And see, he said that they would put him in a trance to the point where they couldn't move.
Yeah.
And they were paralyzed. And so that to me makes sense, because if we were out there, dude, and you'd be like, hey, you straight know we would freeze. I would not be thinking about taking out my camera.
I would be frozen.
I would think about it after, like, oh shoot, I should have recorded this. Like, I should have had my camera out. But sometimes you don't remember. You can take pictures. It's the shock. And you can tell that he was in shock. Even still.
Gloria would be like, don't be reading my mind. Don't get into my mind.
Yeah, like, oh. Like, I would try to, like, make a shield in my mind. Like, don't. But I don't know. I mean, do you think there's people that could be like, don't leave? Like, try to talk to the aliens. Don't leave. I want to talk to you. Like, take me with you. So that'd be crazy. Gosh. But the thing was that he said it did give him a bad energy. Yeah. Like, it wasn't there for. Like,
it wasn't a good aura.
Yes, like it wasn't like a positive.
Yeah, like that. It was like good intentions so nice. From.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't. Yeah.
Hey, spooky.
Hey, spooky. Some contactees report losing their ability of perception. Yeah, and the beings can alter the vision and consciousness. Oh.
What?
And that's where the tinfoil hat comes in.
This happened to you when you were 7?
That's what happened to me at age 7.
What?
No. That must have been crazy. That's crazy. But that's where the tinfoil hat comes in, right? You put on some aluminum foil around your brain.
But like in the moment, right?
Yeah. So let me see if I can.
It's hard to like think about all that.
Let me see if I can get the picture of the indentation so you guys can see it again. There's I think the indentation was after. Let's go back to the sound of the.
Yeah,
I'm going to take you guys back to the sound of the crash, okay? Because that, dude.
Hey, so.
How do you make that up? Yes. Okay, hold on.
This is around the neighborhood. So here's the video.
Stop.
Hey, dude. It sounds like a big old, just like, what is it? Like metal sheet.
It does.
Falling. That's crazy.
It does.
All right. And let me see if I can like show you guys the indentation. Oops, wrong one. Because I know that this is the video of them in their backyard. That's creepy.
On camera, but it's there. Here's a video.
So I don't know, back here. I don't know if you
people
can see
say that
something.
it's back there, but then somebody was bringing up that there was like something there, like in between the
wood floors.
Yeah, the wood panels there on the.
Because something freaks them out.
Like somebody. Somebody had said that like.
My brother went to pick up my tools. My brother calls me, and he told me, "Look behind the."
Here's that.
Came in, and started running to his car, driving around the neighborhood, asking cars to the south side.
Oh, you passed.
Okay, so here's a picture. Do you guys see the circular, like, right there? You can see the circular, and maybe that's where it was the whole time, and they couldn't see it. Like, they were just like, dude.
Oh, trip out.
Right?
That would be crazy.
And then it just took off. I don't know. Like, maybe it didn't take off.
That's crazy.
So that's the other thing. After the cops left, he said that they heard that they went back inside the house and they can hear the creatures on top of the roof. And he said that they started praying. And he said that once they started praying, that they heard a big, like a loud scream.
That's crazy.
That's creepy, dude.
That gives me chills.
Yeah, stop. Yes, it all started for me when I almost died at age 7, complications from a surgery. Yeah, I think I saw it on SOR yesterday. Zoo. So yeah, because it was they were sharing it last night, and they kind of put an outline of the alien. I don't know if that was real, because in this video I couldn't really see it, which is why I paused it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't really see it, so I don't know. That's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Hard to judge the size from that indentation in the gravel. Yeah. I heard somewhere 25 inch in 25 feet. I don't know. Something 25. I don't know. But if that's the case, it was huge. I mean, but yeah, that's all we have, you guys. What do you guys think? Was this a trip? Do you guys think it's maybe a hoax? Could it be a hoax?
I don't know. They seem like pretty genuine about it.
The being that has been enhanced through the photo is very similar to what I first saw. That's scary. Spooky, did it give you bad vibes when you saw it? Because that's what this kid says it did.
Yeah.
And you need to definitely come in here and tell us about your encounter. What people don't understand is that there are many other life beings, species, and there are everywhere. Okay, good thing you brought that up. So that brings us to our last video. Recently, there has been a whistleblower that came out talking about UFOs. So I'm just going to play the video so you guys can see that, because I thought that was super interesting. So let's play a little. I couldn't find the complete interview. But I don't know. Like, let's just share it.
Come here, Juice. Come here.
With investigative journalist Ross Coulthart, who is reporting on the bombshell whistleblower complaint filed with Congress, the Intelligence Community Inspector General. According to the complaint, in July 2020, Mr. Grush confidentially provided AP phenomena-related classified information to the Department of Defense Inspector General. At that time, Mr. Grush communicated classified information about the improper withholding and/or concealment of classified material from the U.S. Congress by certain IC elements. News Nation has confirmed Grush's credentials, but he says he can't show us the proof of the alien craft for national security reasons. In a somewhat frightening. Grush claims the non-species may not be friendly.
I've been told that there have been attempts to bring down craft, that we've acted offensively against non-human craft.
There have been instances, and there are certain techniques.
Have human beings been hurt or killed by a non-human intelligence?
While I can't get into the specifics because that would reveal certain U.S. classified operations, I was briefed by a few individuals on the program that there were malevolent events like that.
Grush says he has to be careful about providing detail. He shared this letter with us from the Department of Defense, giving him permission to do the interview with News Nation. It says the interview questions are approved for public release. However, this approval does not include any photograph, picture, exhibit, caption, or other supplemental material not specifically approved by this office. Our concurrence for release does not imply DoD endorsement or factual accuracy of the material. Grush says the United States is not the only country that has encountered non-human intelligence. He says our geopolitical rivals have their own crash retrieval programs.
We're in a competition with their adversaries to understand this. And it's a multi-decade Cold War that has been under our nose for so long. And, you know, there is no good way to level the playing field and hold other nation states accountable if they're doing unethical or illicit activity as it relates to this subject. And I think the obtuse secrecy is actually putting us in a very dangerous position where a country might make a breakthrough. Let's say it's an adversary of ours. And it is so destabilizing.
The secrecy is the main reason Grush says he is coming forward. He's concerned Congress is being kept in the dark, and it's a matter of national security.
This is not a question I had on my bingo card last week. It is not classified briefings.
But
I want to hear that.
Says they do intend to have hearings on UFOs, and we just looked that he could confirm that are.
I don't know, you guys. So, I mean, I don't know. It gets creepy.
Yeah.
Had 2 hours of missing time in 03 and found out some weird stuff after. Yeah, you guys need to come in our show too, Truth, and share your encounter. Because it's a crazy one too, man. They're definitely already here. I'm sure of it, even though I've never seen or heard anything. They almost certainly got alien hardware materials crafts. I mean, the interview, the whistleblower interview, it's kind of, I don't know. It gets kind of, they could make it up, right? Like he could just be maybe just making it up. I don't know, but if it is true, if it is out there, if they do have the technology, because he did say that they have a lot of spacecrafts or UFOs, that the government does have a lot. I don't know. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's not. I mean, all of this is allegations, right? with especially with the whistleblower, we don't know. But at this family, the family that did encounter this, to me,
they seem
credible. They seem credible. There's always things going on in the Nevada desert. Yeah. You know, people have captured a lot of unidentified objects out there. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. It's up to you to believe what you guys, don't believe your eyes. Remember, guys, your eyes lie to you. Yeah, 1,115. That's crazy. Hey, Paradox. So, let me see. There was another. Is this another one? Oh, the retrieval one. Hold on. Let me pause that one. Oh, there's a little
commercial, an ad.
Yeah, let me just show you this last part and then present.
Bombshell claims from a military whistleblower.
Do I have to shut off? Why can't we hear it? Hold on.
Huh.
It's on.
Oh, up there? Click on it. Up there.
Oh.
See?
Okay.
Program for decades.
So
I know how
cute.
exclusively new.
Down with investigative journalist.
We can't hear this one now
Ross.
either.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we didn't click on the. Hold on.
Oh, on the audio for it, probably.
To share it. Yeah, it's there.
Cold Heart, who is reporting from his nation on the Congress and community.
Oh, wow. Okay, so back to our topic. That story in Las Vegas has two factors that are facts for me: the object from the sky crashing and the enhanced photo of the being. I believe wholehearted they have the tech. Something about the guy seems off. Yeah. I don't know. It kind of seems to me, when I first heard the interview of the whistleblower, it kind of seemed scripted a little bit. I don't know, but anything is possible. I mean, it could be true. What if it is true? Ugh, that's crazy. I don't want to know. Okay, so that's all we have for you guys today. I thought this was interesting. It was a cool story, and I kind of wanted to cover it. If he does another video, I will share that one, and we can talk about that one too if you like. The GOV doesn't want you to share the video. I know, right? But you guys can find them. They're all over the place. They're on TikTok. But yeah, so I thought it was interesting. If he does do a second video, maybe we can talk about it. If it is a hoax, then hey, you got me, right? You got me. But other than that, it's up for us to decide on whether you think it's credible, whether it's not. It's definitely interesting. It's definitely captivating. It's, a good entertainment. But there's so many things going on around the world right now that it's kind of crazy. I mean, Eileen was telling me about New York. Actually, Truth, I know you live out there. How's it going with the smoke and the rain and the weird foam substance?
The red moon or sun, or I don't know what it was.
Thank you very much. Very enjoyable live stream. I'm already subscribed to your channel. Hope to see you guys again soon. Thank you. We really appreciate that. Thank you, Cowie. So yeah, everybody, and then also I kind of wanted to share, if you guys can say a little prayer for Sean Graham. I know that he had surgery, just so that he recovers. I don't know how the surgery went. Miss Sue said that it happened today, so hopefully he's okay, and our prayers go out to him, and hopefully everything is gets better. I'm in the mountains, so I'm good, but below us looks crazy. Wow. Well, I'm glad you guys are good.
Yeah.
Because that's no good, man. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Hit that like button. Yes, thank you, guys. Hit the like button. We would really appreciate it. Hold on, and hold on. Let me go to my channel really quick. You want to share something, Eileen, before we?
Like about the aliens?
Sure.
Hold
on.
I don't know. It was just you know, I just, like I mentioned, I thought it was just interesting that it's being, you know, brought up.
Yeah.
You know, now.
So I don't know. Those are our thoughts. We thought, you know, we thank you guys for coming. We really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys have a great weekend.
Yeah.
If anything else comes up, we'll talk about it and share and go over it because it's interesting. But
yeah,
thank you guys for showing up. We appreciate you and have a great weekend. See you on the next one.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. I'm going to put our little thing